Alice Bentinck, you're a co-founder of Entrepreneur First in London, helping young people in startups and in business life. First of all, what does it take to be an entrepreneur in your view?
So in my view, the things that it takes to be a good young entrepreneur are, first of all, having a skill set that is unique and valuable. So we primarily invest in technical individuals because we find that technical skill set is really, really valuable. Secondly, and it gets talked about a lot, but determination and this ability to keep on going when things get really tough, and the ability to learn from your failures and learn from your mistakes, and use that to drive you forward and keep you going rather than seeing that as a big step back. So I think skills and determination are the two big things we look for.
Your company, Entrepreneur First, what do you do exactly? What is your role in promoting young people? How does your work look like?
So at Entrepreneur First, we take very talented technical individuals, usually straight out of university, and we work with them for 6 months. We help them build their teams, we help them develop ideas, we give them a small amount of seed funding, and we get them to the stage where they can raise their first proper big chunk of seed funding.
So the main challenges are financial?
I don't think they really are. I think the main challenge is finance is always an issue, but mainly they just need enough money to be able to eat and live, because they are usually producing software products. Those can now be produced very, very cheaply, from your bedroom. 2 guys and a laptop can now produce a pretty sophisticated piece of software with very, very few financial resources. I'd say the big challenges are attitudes to risk, which I think is something that Europeans in general struggle with compared to the US, and making sure that they have the right support at the right time. So making sure that they can access the right kind of mentors, the right kind of advisors, and the right kind of investors.
So the world has a lot of challenges, from wars, refugees, the demographic problem, environmental issues, energy, whatsoever you name it. How can young people contribute to a better world, or what can they do to help?
I think the amazing thing about technology is it enables young people to interact with and impact billions of people from wherever they're based, and particularly young people who are able to build pieces of software and technical products. They can start helping in humanitarian disasters, in natural disasters, where we see people beginning to produce apps that allow you to find loved ones, and little things like that can actually make a big difference in these sort of tough times.
Can women make a big difference?
Yes, of course women can, and we're beginning to see more and more young women realise that starting a startup and building their own business is a really exciting and interesting career path. So yes, there still aren't enough women, but I'm really excited to see more and more women join the space.
Now, you've acted as an advisor to the British government. Do politicians do enough to help people in startups or in business life?
I think politicians help somewhat with startups. I think in the UK we've seen help from the government with tax breaks and with supporting tech startups through branding, such as Tech City in the east of London, and I think that has been very, very helpful. But often it's an ecosystem problem. So how can you get the right mentors, the right investors into the ecosystem that you're trying to build? And sometimes that's best done by government, but sometimes not.
Now, you've come to St. Gallen, Switzerland. Is Switzerland a good country for young entrepreneurs and startups?
Well, Switzerland's producing some fantastic technical talent. You have amazing universities, and we'd love to see more young Swiss people building their own startups.